not product place this.
Let me
Surprisingly enough, coming from a guy that does not like coffee, I've been drinking it for the past like 3 weeks.
Well, coming from a guy who also doesn't like coffee, this is tea.
Oh,
Hey, nice.
Hang on, I'm getting rid of the product placement, although you'll still see it, but it's an effort to not see it.
I mean, yo, we could pick up them sponsorships.
Oh yeah, you definitely know what it is. It's all right.
It's all right. Anyway, yeah, hello and welcome to College Cheese Podcast, episode 107. Yo, we're here. 107 episodes in. Still the same weekly garbage, spewing from our mouth. Anyway.
Yeah, one day I'll get better.
Yeah,
Maybe.
one of these. Maybe. That's the goal. That's the dream right there.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, as always, I'm your host, Al, and joining me are two of the regulars. Joe's not here, but Nate's here.
Yo.
Aaron's here. I don't know why I didn't.
hey, what's up?
I don't think I moved enough on it.
Okay. So yeah, just before we went live, Nate, you asked if we were going to talk about a certain train wreck.
Oh God.
That I have. So anyway, this past weekend, PAX East happened up in Boston, and I don't know anyone who went, but
I last time I went was, I think the year before we had Carter, so, and that was like uneventful. I just wouldn't go back.
Yeah,
At least the PAX East. I don't know if that's the reason why, but there wasn't much there that year.
Yeah, it's like I went 2012, and I feel like I heard like 2013 wasn't that great. I feel like the year that I went was like the last year before PAX East became really mainstream.
So there
Not
was
to be all hipster about it, but
no, but there was like stories like when PAX first started or PAX East first started, you got a lot for your ticket, like for the weekend ticket.
yeah.
You got a lot of stuff in the gift bag. All the vendors were giving stuff out. There's actually like games there that you never heard of that you wanted to hear about.
Mm-hmm.
The year I went, there was the big push for, I want to say it was that Quantum Break.
Okay.
I think that was the game. Microsoft had a big booth there where you can take like these Quantum Break like pictures. Yeah, I don't care about that kind of stuff. But like the indie games that were there was a few good ones. But then there's also a lot of the hey, help me kickstart my game there, and I was like, yeah, no.
Jesus.
But of course,
Phone is
that's the year that like I said, there wasn't much. Previous years they gave away like new games that were coming out. Gearbox, I think everyone who went to that panel got a copy of the new Handsome Jack collection. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like I went and like like they had like the swag bags and stuff, and like they had like tables set up, like it was like you take a bag and then like you just take like one of like, and obviously people didn't listen, but anyway, because I remember like they had like stacks of 1 month of Xbox Live cards.
Really?
Yeah, and like they were just out. Like I don't even like there wasn't many people even guarding the tables. It was crazy. But yeah, like I remember like like Rooster Teeth was there, and I remember like Rockstar was there because I think they were promoting Max Payne 3.
Okay.
Gearbox was there because I think that was like just before Borderlands 2 came out. So they had a giant Borderlands 2 thing. Assassin's Creed 3 was there. They were pushing that. Like Sega was there. I think they were pushing the Dreamcast collection because I remember like you get like Sonic Adventure like pins or Jet Set Radio pins and stuff like that. What else? They were pushing that indie game. It was like Oh Hell Yeah or something. It was like a bunch of like rabbits or something.
Doesn't ring a bell.
But yeah, I remember like I went past a booth. They had like strategy guides for games and stuff, and like they had like a strategy guide for that Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which I was super into at the time. And like I was like, how much are they? And then like weirdly the guy was like, they're not for sale. And I'm like, okay. So like he just hands me one. I figured it's like, oh, he's handing me one to look at. And then no, he just gave it to me. Pretty neat. But
yeah, that doesn't happen at PAX anymore.
Yeah. Like not to be all hipster about it, but I feel like
no.
the year that I went was like the year before it got all big.
Well, even like now, like the thing you get now is well, you can save 15% off on my merch store. Like, no, I don't even know what your game is. Why do I want merch?
Yeah, it's like I heard that like the swag bag this year was digital.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I heard that somewhere. Like,
Most of my gift bag was like, here's a ship in, what was it, that tank game or whatever it is, or that
World of Tanks.
World of Tanks. Yeah. I'm like, I don't care about this. Another like MMORPG that was coming out, that was kind of like Blade and Soul,
Okay.
but like it was just some like super small thing. I'm like, I don't know this. I'm not gonna play it. Yeah.
But, so yeah, PAX East happened, and Gearbox had the panel. I don't know, like, have you guys like watched the actual panel at all?
I caught it because I was working. I caught it the right before they started announcing the board game.
Okay.
And I was like, oh god, they're not gonna pull a Blizzard. Where they're like, guys, you're all waiting for Borderlands 3. This is our Borderlands announcement. I was gonna lose my shit.
I was starting to lose my shit.
Also,
go ahead.
You saw the two people they brought on stage? They were about to lose their shit.
Yeah.
They were like, oh great, I'm gonna be involved in Borderlands 3. And they're like, it's a card game. It's a board game.
I mean, to be fair, like, it's cool. I like board games and stuff, but it's like this because, like, at first I got really nervous because Randy Pitchford was up there, right? And
I was watching it with a coworker, and he's like, also like, Randy Pitchford's the scum of the earth when it comes to stuff like this.
Cause, like, I mean, I've heard not great things about Randy Pitchford. I'm not gonna judge the guy. I don't know, but anyway, because first of all, he hinted that, like, he's like, you're here for Borderlands, right? And then the crowd goes nuts, and then, like, he hinted that it was gonna be a battle royal, and then he's like, that's not what we're doing, and it's like, good. But I'm like, my heart fucking sank, and I'm like, ugh.
You know what? The sad thing is, I still wouldn't be surprised if they were to tack that in an update.
Yeah.
I mean, hear me out.
Yeah.
If they gave you Borderlands, I don't know how it would really work in a battle royale because the main gameplay is the guns, is shooting people and looting it, right?
Yep.
So how does that really work? Also, do you put the abilities in there too? Because you tend to be like a demigod almost when it comes to killing people in Borderlands. There's a certain level of that where, like, no one can really stop you. Occasionally there's a bullet sponge and you just hit him with a harder bullet. Like,
right.
That's all it comes down to. If you do that in Battle Royale, how do you really balance that?
Exactly.
That's the... And I mean, you could do new U's and all that jazz where you have, like, I don't know, 100 players and maybe give them 5 lives each. Something like that. I don't know, man. I don't know how you would do it.
Yeah, so, like, they announced that card game, right? And, Randy Pitchford did, like, this magic trick. And I'm like...
It was terrible.
It was terrible! It was awful!
And, the only thing I have... the only excuse I have for it, right? After seeing the presentation and on the issues they were having...
Yeah.
Is that they were having issues with this. And they're like, we need you to draw this out while
we need you to stall for time while we try to iron out these kinks.
That's the only thing I could think of.
And then it's like the two people were out there, like, it's like pick a number, and then they were like 47. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. First of all, why'd you give them that number then? If you're like, all right, 1 through 100, 98. Like, could you pick a smaller number? No, just give her like 1 through 10.
Yeah, I know, right? And then it's like they count out the cards, and then it's like, oh, that's not the right card. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It was super drawn out, and I'm like,
like I said, the only thing I could think of is that they were stalling for time because they realized it wasn't working.
Yeah, it makes.
Here's the
sense.
problem with that, right?
Right.
Is I'm not even a professional, and I know to test this stuff the night before at least.
Yeah.
Like, so that if you're running into issues like this, another thing too, they were trying to play a 4K trailer on a 1080p projector.
Yeah.
So there's almost no point in bringing the 4K trailer. You're gonna release it on YouTube later.
Right.
Just play the one that can be played on literally a toaster.
Exactly. That's what I was like. I was at Billy's house and we were watching it. And I'm just yelling at the screen.
And then I'm also thinking, right, in the back of my head, I was like, there's no one who was smart enough to go, what if we just posted this video early on YouTube and played it from YouTube? And then we're guaranteed that it's going to stream in a decent quality that my computer can handle.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're worried about ads.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's like... So they announced some updates to the Handsome collection and stuff like that. And, like, we're getting Borderlands 1 Game of the Year, 4K, all that good stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool.
what it feels like 10 years later.
I know, right? Because I'm like Borderlands 1 Game of the Year should have been on. I mean, because
Also, didn't we get a Game of the Year for Borderlands 1?
yeah, but this is like all 4K, and like because obviously it wasn't
Oh, yeah.
part of the Handsome collection and stuff.
No.
Which it kind of I feel like it should have been, but it's
Instead
like
of pre-sequel?
yeah, because pre-sequel was
What, cash grab? Yeah.
yeah, it's a cash grab. I mean, it's not a terrible game.
You know what it is, though? You can't bundle it as the Handsome Jack collection when you have a game that doesn't involve Handsome Jack in it.
Right, because Borderlands 1, I don't remember much about Borderlands 1, but Handsome Jack appeared at like the tail end of that game, right?
He was like the teaser for the next game.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, I mean, I guess you can, if you want to go that route, yes, you can technically put him in there.
Yeah.
A 4K release, and with the quality of life updates from 2, which is good, which is nice. Although I don't remember having issues really playing 1. Like, gameplay wise.
Yeah, I'm like,
So, like, how they were like, guys, and the mini map is there persistently. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a thing, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, they said that, and I'm just like, oh yeah.
That's right, because all we had was a little compass at the bottom, right?
Something like that.
Or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. I actually tried playing 2 again. It's fun.
Yep, 2's much better than 1. Even I don't really have a problem with 1. It's just that gameplay-wise and character-wise, I enjoyed 2 more than
Because 2 had 0.
I was gonna say, I'm like, let's be honest.
Let's not kid ourselves.
I admit it.
It's all right.
Yeah. I mean,
Like playing 0 more than I like playing Mortal Kombat 1.
yeah.
When I was playing the second one, I forgot about what was it, Krieg? The
Psycho.
The Psycho?
Yeah.
I actually forgot about him. I'm like, who the hell's the 6th character? And then I remembered that it was the Psycho.
Like
As funny as he was.
yeah.
So, they said that Borderlands 3 is going to have actual customization now.
Oh, nice.
I think they mentioned about how they're actually going to have faces, not just color schemes to cycle through. Which I think 0 just had emotes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he might have had colors too, but I definitely know he had helmet emotes.
Boy, man, when they finally got to that trailer, that Borderlands 3 trailer.
And it was choppy as fuck. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, play it again. It's like, I mean,
They tried it like 3 times.
they tried it like 3
And
or
they're
4
like,
times.
they're like, guys, you got this time, right? Yeah. It's choppy again. And then there was no need for the intro with the what was it? The siren.
Yeah.
What's her name? Lilith? No. I can't remember her name.
The one from 2?
Yeah, the one. Okay, yes, the siren overlay that you have from 2.
Yeah.
But it's technically the siren from 1. Who's talking that entire time?
Maya was
Yes.
the one from 2
Yeah.
with the blue hair. Lilith is the one from
1.
the
one
first
with the
game.
red hair.
Okay,
Mhm.
so then that's the one I'm thinking about. Lilith is the one who's the face you see in 2, whenever she's like hacking something. Yeah, and then we got that again for this reveal, completely unnecessary. It's just a face that we look at in the camera while someone else is talking. I don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like when they going back to the Handsome Collection updates and stuff, because they brought in the lady who played Angel, like live, and they were like, and then like because of the kerfuffles that they had.
Yep.
Because we were gonna have we brought her in and we were like she was gonna like talk and do her lines live and stuff like that, and then it's like I don't know. I was very confused about what was going on.
I mean, I honestly feel like I understand that we've been waiting for Borderlands 3, but I just think everything should be like Nintendo Direct, where you can control everything
Pretty much,
and just kind of streamline it. Like, I don't know, man. This could have been a, hey, look, there's a trailer for Borderlands 3. I'd have been fine with that.
Yep.
I would have been 100% fine with that. Not this just like long, drawn out, fucking shoot the horse in the backyard thing.
I remember like when they started that trailer and it was like the intro to Borderlands 1 and then like it just messed up. I thought it was like an intentional. Like I thought like
I was hoping it was intentional, but then I was like, this whole thing's been kind of like shitty. So
Yeah.
it probably is not intentional.
Because because Gearbox does stuff. It's like every other thing they do is good.
You know what I don't understand though is 4K, like I said, doesn't really the way Borderlands is styled.
The cell shading and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't really benefit from being 4K.
Not really.
Like the art style kind of holds up, even if like the technology gets better. The style of the art actually makes it look like it should. I don't know if we're really going to get any benefit from it being 4K versus 1080. That being said, if I'm getting it as a free update to Handsome Jack Collection, okay.
Yeah, I think I think Joe was saying that it's coming to console.
Yes,
like
it's coming to Pro and what's the name?
Yeah, Xbox One X.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but yeah. So what did you guys think of that Borderlands 3 trailer? Like when it, regardless.
Nate, I'll let you go first.
I'm rewatching it right now, and like I said, the biggest gameplay loop was the guns from Borderlands, and I like the fact that they're like guns with legs, and you actually see some guns that are walking.
Yeah, I like that.
I can only imagine that's like some mechanic where you could probably like reload early, and then you know how you could throw the guns as a grenade.
Yep.
You might be able to throw the gun as like a turret for a certain amount of time. It's interesting because that's probably one of the games that you can get away with like random gun mechanics, like just for no reason. I had a rifle that shot mini grenades. Didn't make any sense, but it's a Borderlands thing.
Yeah.
Someone was also saying that this would introduce 4 new characters, but also give you the option of playing the older characters.
Oh, if that be the case,
but you can't because
like
half of them die in 2. Have the original cast?
No,
Roland died.
Yes,
Roland died.
Yeah, Roland died.
Yep. Okay.
I think that was the only one who died. I think
that might be the case. I do remember one of them dying. I think it was the one with the bird. So yeah, that was probably Ronan.
Oh no, Bloodwing died also.
Oh,
that's Mordecai's bird.
Mm-hmm.
Mordecai's bird. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. People were talking about how it's like Borderlands 2.5, which this is one of the games where I don't care if it's 2.5.
Yeah.
And it's been long enough that I don't know. Aaron, what do you think?
I agree with a lot of what you said. I really do hope you get to play as the older characters. I mean, I don't know how they would, unless Mordecai gets another bird and trains it, like a replacement for Bloodwing. I don't know how they're gonna implement you playing Mordecai again, unless he just has another skill tree, or they rework him.
It honestly, because it's Borderlands universe, could just be half mech.
Yeah, true.
They just bring him back like that.
Oh yeah, Cyberbird. I guess Roland's gonna get replaced by the soldier from 2. I forget his name.
Axton.
Yes, Axton.
Do you remember the game? I think it was Liam O'Brien who was the character of the. I gotta remember the name of the game. But the siren has the like that Indian what's it called with the multiple arms.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, Shiva.
Yes, but it kind of looks like she might be a like a Zarya kind of build. So I'm wondering if we're gonna get a siren that's a melee based like hitter.
Maybe, possibly.
Because I mean, every game we get a siren.
Yep.
And
so we had Lilith, we had Maya or Maya, depending on which probably is my favorite of the 2, and then we're probably going to get a third one for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So
now, wasn't there an enemy one too? I think.
Not that I remember.
Maybe I'll watch it again. Maybe that's what I was seeing then with the multiple arms. Because there was. You're right. There was one with like a hood.
Yeah.
The one with the hood and the long blue hair, that was Maya from 2, or Maya from 2.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. With the long blue hair, yes.
No, wasn't there another one?
So there's a redhead.
That's
which is the one from the first game.
Yeah, that's Lilith.
And then
Maya's the one with the hood and the long blue hair because her hair grew out from 2.
And there's one with like a jacket and what looks like maybe dreads. I don't think it's dreads, but like locks of hair. Who's a brunette in the 4-character walk down when they're going down the hallway. But then there's also one that gives Dap somewhere towards the end. Let's see if I can get it. Sorry, I'm trying to scrub through.
It's okay.
Let's see, you guys playing the sax.
Yo, that brick sax solo.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, there's one with very long hair that puts a hood up. You're saying that's the one from 2?
Hold on. Let me go look at the trailer again.
Aaron, at the 2:33 mark.
2:33.
Yep.
Let's see. Yay! I love ads. Thank you.
And in Al, that's the same one that we're talking about, where she's wearing the hoodie and she gives that little girl like the dap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's the one from 2. I could be wrong though. It would make sense, although it would kind of make sense that is the one from 2.
Yeah, that's Maya.
That is?
Yep, that's
Okay.
Maya from 2.
Well, I'll have to watch the trailer again. I haven't watched it in a couple days. Anyway.
Either way, I see the new siren. She's at the end on all the way on the left. Which I'm assuming.
There's Hammerlock, and then there's
At the 30 second mark, Aaron.
30-second mark.
Yeah. You can see her tattoos.
Yeah, I
through.
see it now.
Yeah.
Who's the huge guy who's a Cyclops sitting next to her on the right?
That's our ninja. He's a strike ninja.
All right. So, I'll probably be playing him if he can't play any of the old characters.
I mean, it kind of looks like we're getting the like marksman type with the guy at the end who looks like, I don't know. He just looks like that type.
Yeah,
the girl
possibly.
next to him is probably going to have like a turret kind of thing with the little hovering robot.
Yeah.
And then we got our brute. But I actually think that we're going to get something close to the Berserker from 1 with this new siren.
Possibly.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm thinking is because she has that little special that you see in the trailer where like she grows the multiple arms, and that's the only thing I can think of that would be a reason for growing multiple arms.
It'd be interesting.
To hit things with.
Yeah. Because obviously they were kind of muscly arms.
They were.
Yeah.
They were diesel as fuck.
Yeah. Nate's catch, one of Nate's words, diesely.
Yes.
Got
Very
some
diesely.
diesely arms.
Alright.
Yeah, wait till she gets a hold of somebody with those.
Like I said, it'd be interesting. I just want to see what they're going to do with this game. And if the writing's still there.
Yeah. That's something I was
kinda
just
have
about to bring up, because if the writing is like it was in pre-sequel, then,
See, I didn't give pre-sequel that much of a chance. So was it really bad, or?
It wasn't as good as 2.
Yeah. I mean, like the writing in 2 was great, but like the writing in Battleborn was good too. I think.
Mm-hmm.
For the parts you did hear, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I still say Battleborn would have done better if they had just steered clear of Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just released that at the wrong time.
'Cause, yeah, it released what? Like not even a month.
No, it was like couple weeks before.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3
Overwatch?
weeks. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And then Overwatch came and just took all of their players.
Yeah, it's kind of like another game, like another example of that I could think of, right? Back in like 2013, right? Saints Row 4 came out, right?
Okay.
In like August,
Okay.
like the middle of August, and then GTA 5 dropped like 3 weeks later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When it's one of those things where if you have the same kind of game, if you know that there's a clear winner,
Yeah.
you just get out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like even like games who aren't GTA just go like, "Yo, I'm not coming out the same month as this other game."
Exactly.
Because if people have money to spend for one game that month, which game are they going to buy? most likely GTA or Red Dead.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, like some other stuff happened at PAX East other than the train wreck that was the Gearbox panel.
Yeah.
Yo, Mortal Kombat was there, and apparently they announced a new character for Mortal Kombat today, an Elder God or something.
Yeah. How do you pronounce it?
I don't know. It began with a C.
Yeah. Centurion or
Something like
Cetrion?
You know how I
Something
pronounce
like
it? What's her name from that PS4 game? Crap. Now I'm forgetting the name of it. Let me look it up. Why am I drawing blanks all of a sudden? It was the open world with the robot dinosaurs.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn. This Elder God looks exactly like her.
Yeah,
just
kinda.
with Mortal Kombat stuff.
Kind of. You know, it's like you mentioned a couple weeks ago, Nate. It's like it's how like I'm seeing all this the Mortal Kombat fatalities and stuff, and like the X-rays or whatever they're called now.
Yeah.
And it just makes me wonder. I'm like, okay, cool. Your eyes just got gouged out, but yet you're fine. And you
Yeah.
can continue
Yeah,
playing.
there's a lot of stuff that kind of...
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any
No,
sense.
not
I'm
at
like,
all.
okay, now it's starting. I'm like, now it's starting to bother me because it's like, okay, clearly your eyes are gone, but yet you can still fight. Or hey, your neck is broken, but yet you continue fighting.
Like
Yeah.
there's one of them where I think, and I'm probably mixing them together, but either way, it's probably a fatality, not more of a fatality than an actual just combo.
Yeah.
But you like smash their face and you see their skull cave in and crack,
Yeah.
and they're just like, "Oh, I'm still around. I'm good."
It's like, oh, that hurt.
I think it was one of the ones you're talking about where I think it was Sonya got her head like kicked into a car by Noob or something like that. I'm just like, okay. And then one of the ones right before Noob did his fatality to his brother, like Noob took his like dagger that's kind of like has like a sickle on the end. It was just like shink and comes up through the top. I'm just like, okay. You're still alive, all right.
See, it's one of those things where I feel like if they didn't show us the X-ray, and they just did the move, it'd be more believable. Somehow, it'd just be more believable than me seeing the insides of this person essentially be destroyed, and they're just like, "Hey, whatever, dust my shoulders off." No. At least in Injustice, didn't they like justify the entire like enhanced durability with it was like nanites or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Aaron, you're more of a story guy in the fighting games.
Oh, what was that?
In Injustice?
Yes.
They explained them being able to take a hit by Superman because there was nanites in their system, right?
Oh yeah, because like Batman made some kind of like pill or something like that.
It's like they're taking drugs
to enhance like tensile strength of muscle and bone by like several thousand% or something like that. I was just like, okay, so everybody has Superman endurance.
Hey, you guys watching Supergirl? That's what's happening. Spoilers. My bad. I probably should have warned people about that.
I watched like one of the episodes of Supergirl recently, and it had Lex Luthor arguing with his sister. I was just like, "Oh, that's the dude from 2.5 Men."
Yes.
Huh? I
Pick,
like
isn't
him.
it?
Yeah, I like him more than Jesse Eisenberg. I was just like,
I was the first time I heard about it, right? I was like, no, there's no way this guy's playing Lex Luthor. And then I saw his take on Lex Luthor.
and it's kind of like Gene Hackman's take on it a little.
Yes, it's like that mixed with a little bit of Rosenbaum, like a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit of it, which is fine. But he's only in 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
DC only let them use Lex Luthor for 3 episodes, so he's technically been in, I think, 1.
And the one I saw where he fooled his sister that he was dying.
That was the first one.
And then he's just like, at the end of it, he's in the helicopter and Supergirl shows up. He's just like, oh, Supergirl. It's nice we finally meet. He smiles, and that's the end of the episode.
Okay, I take that back then. He's been in 2 then. I was mixing both those episodes together.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that he'll show back up at the finale or something.
Yeah, probably. Also remember the last episode I saw was they were dealing with, I think,
This season is... I know this is DC talk.
Okay.
This season isn't bad. I mean, like, if you wanted to go back...
I feel like it's better than this season. There's 2 episodes I saw of Supergirl was actually more entertaining than whatever kind of
You're
bullcrap
gonna
they
bring
got.
up fucking Arrow?
No.
I thought you were gonna trample on Arrow
I
again.
completely stopped watching Arrow this season. Flash is just like, okay, could we just? Oh, hey, Cicada. We saw the cicada. No, we didn't. Now his daughter from the future is the new cicada. She has like a piece of satellite metal stuck in her head. And then you have this
heavy DC TV spoilers.
Yeah. And then it's just like, oh, Barry found out that his daughter from the future has been lying to him the whole time because she's been getting like help from Eobard Thawne. He's just like, oh, I'm hurt. I'm gonna throw you into one of the cells in the pipeline for a timeout. I'm just like, please.
Can I just explain that Barry phased through the cell?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't open the cell. There's not even like he just did his super speed into the cell. No, he literally phased her into the cell. So technically she can phase that cell. Whatever. We won't go into that detail, I guess. Other thing. We established in... Let me see, what was it? Was it Legends Tomorrow? That Eobard Thougne's erased out of existence?
Supposedly. Like the whole thing right now with Eobard, or has always been, he can't go back to his time because him going in time to kill Barry's mother caused his timeline to vanish, which keeps him in a perpetual paradox almost.
Well, so this is the statement that I'm making, right?
Yeah.
Is there is clearly a beginning and end to this person's life, correct?
Yeah.
So if we have him in Legends of Tomorrow, there's a scene where they essentially trick the Death guy. What's his name? The one from Earth 2.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
How he became Death, essentially. Like Speedster Death.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. The Black Racer or...
Yes. Yep.
Whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they killed Eobard Thawne on there, completely wiping him out. Then the explanation for when they did the alternate Earth... Was it Earth X?
Where everybody
crossover?
was Nazis, yeah.
Yes. And they're like, oh, he was in the time stream when that happened. All right.
Yeah.
I guess.
He's looped, so potentially he can always go back and find himself somewhere
and take its place? I don't...
Yeah, it's a paradox all the time. So he could potentially go in the Speed Force or in time, find a copy of himself, meet up with that, and oh yeah, hey, do this, because he's... Yeah,
so this is what I'm getting at is... So now he's locked in a cell that he can't use super speed, and there's some kind of timer. If I'm going to lock him in a cell and then kill him in 10 minutes, you might as well just kill him. You're trying to tell me that this entire plan took the course of 20 minutes? Or was he locked in there for years, and then this is the last 20 minutes of his sentence?
This is what I'm talking about, how there's certain aspects of certain superheroes that you just only can do certain amounts of season with before it starts getting dry and starts getting redundant.
Well, that's
Flash. I like Flash. Flash is one of my favorite DC heroes. He's my second favorite out of Justice League. But when it comes down to it, all his really significant villains are always speedsters or 6 people with elemental powers. You can't do anything outside of that. Flash is probably the biggest threat on the Justice League because he could potentially take everybody out.
So here's the thing, right? And all the DC TV shows do this.
Yeah.
This is even going back to animated series. When they established that
soap opera algorithms.
When they established that Batman knew Superman in the Batman and Superman series, when they established that, right? They're literally anything can be solved by Batman just going, hey, Supes, I got an issue over here. Bam. But they find a way to rule it out. Superman's busy in Uganda. saving hungry kids or something like
Uganda, okay.
that. And then Batman's, stuck fighting the Joker. In the DC TV, whatever you want to call it.
I gotta go get the delivery guy, but I can still hear you. Keep going.
Okay. So in the TV universe, we've established that we have the Flash, who is the Flash. We have a Superman, which is Supergirl. We have Batman, which is essentially the Arrow.
Yep.
And just having those characters, everything can be solved with a phone call. Hey, my city's under siege. Barry, could you just super speed us all? Oh yeah, sure, no problem. Man, we can't find this guy. Hey Barry, could you search the entire city in 3 seconds? Yep. I did. We found him. He's at this corner. You want to throw him in jail too while you're at it? Sure, why not? They even during one of the crossovers did it, where they're like, all right guys, we really need Arrow to be over here. Why don't we just, in the middle of his takedown of this mob boss, Barry comes in, wraps everything up in like 3 seconds, and it's like, hey, we need you in our city. Sure.
Yeah, because there would be no show.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. Like
there would be no show.
On Supergirl
Batman,
right now,
I can understand because Batman doesn't like relying on other people too much unless he absolutely has to. So
even when he has to, he still has a plan B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The guy with like the never-ending amounts of contingency plans for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We had to read about that, and it was good.
Yeah, with like, well, I said like maybe like only one contingency plan, maybe two. It's like, oh, hey, Superman. Oh, let's see, I got green kryptonite. If you want to go with the injustice route, I have gold kryptonite that can permanently take away your powers, and I had these gauntlets that somehow generate like red sun energy because there's small red suns locked in to the knuckles on these gauntlets. Thanks for me going to who's the guy that can shrink in DC?
I would Adam.
Yeah, the Atom.
Yep. Yeah. Can I just establish that? How is it that Batman and Batman Beyond, or Bruce Wayne and Batman Beyond, didn't have cancer after playing with that much kryptonite?
Oh, that's the easy one, because when they were making the bat suit.
Anyways, back on topic.
No, I'm going to finish this. When they were making the bat suit, he used Kevlar, some kind of like concussion
Kevlar lead?
Yeah, like Kevlar lead, concussion plates, and plot armor underneath everything. So that's why he can't die to anything. You can't kill off Batman unless, some kind of alternate timeline.
Just give me a Batman Beyond. That's all I want.
Just give me an actual Batman show that's not Arrow being...
I just want people to give the older brother from Boy Meets World more work. That's all I want. Really? The voice actor guy didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
Terry McGinnis is what's his brother from Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Was there some kind of Zelda news?
Oh yeah, they said that they wanted.
Oh yeah, Monolith Soft is apparently hiring people to work on a new Zelda game, or something. I think that's what it was.
I feel like that's kind of quick.
It's kind of quick, yeah, because like obviously new Zelda games don't come out like often. But I don't know. It's like I'm sure. Like I mean. If Joe was here, he could praise Breath of the Wild because I never played it.
I didn't play it either. Aaron, you played it, right?
No, I was thinking about playing Breath of the Wild, but seeing as I still haven't beat Persona 5 yet, which I'm on the last palace, no spoilers.
Yeah, don't, because
I'm not.
Because it's not coming to Switch. I'll have to play it on PS4 again.
Yeah. I will say this. Out of all the long-ass palaces in that game, you played the one where you finished the one where you had to go to the thug guy, right? The mob boss or Kaneshiro.
I may have gotten to the end of the pyramids.
Yeah, so you beat the guy that had
the
like
banker?
The banker guy.
Yep.
That one I thought was a long-ass palace. The pyramid was even longer than that.
Yep.
And it's like, I always try within all the Persona games to at least do all the dungeons first try when I go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Anything after the palace and anything after, I'm just like, holy crap! Just like, can I get like a map? Can I anywhere I can stop and have like refreshments and like chill out for a minute? Because this place is longer than shit.
Because I mean, whenever I played Persona, I tend to try and beat the dungeons right up until Persona forces you, at least in this one. I can't remember if 4 was like this. In 5, it forces you to come out of the game because
some of them,
because you have to do the card, and like you can't just one day the dungeons like you could in 4.
Well, I'm talking about up until the point where, you find where the treasure room is. Okay, time to jump out and send the card.
Yep.
I'm talking about from the beginning up till the treasure room where you find where the treasure is. That's what I'm talking about. Just like, God.
So you know why I didn't notice it? Because
why?
it took so long for me to actually get time to play it. So me spacing out my gameplay wise, like, were you doing it in hour-long sessions, or are you doing it in like multiple hour sessions?
Hour-long sessions.
Okay, so it's possible that like just by that doing it every day, it seemed like it was drawn out. Where I would get like bursts of time to play, and then I'd have a couple days between sessions.
Yeah.
And then I come back, I get the kind of refresher. So I didn't feel like it was a long ass time, even though it might have been the exact same amount of time. You're experiencing it every day. Like, an hour here, an hour there, an hour there, and you're like...
Well, actually, longer than that. Like I said, I tried going like multiple hours trying to get one palace done and knocking it off and whatnot. But as soon as I got to like the pyramid and then the 3 palaces afterward, like I'm currently on the last
pyramid
one.
Felt long for me also. It's a fact of you're clearing this room and then you're like, oh, there's still another set of stairs I have to go up, and then another set of stairs.
Yeah, it's built exactly like a pyramid, which I like.
Essentially 4 dungeons to get to the top of this pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one after that's worse, and the one after that's even more worse. It's just that I guess it really depends on if you like the aesthetic in the dungeon. Like, is there enough nuance between the floors to actually keep you engaged while you're climbing through the palaces or whatnot?
Yeah.
But the story's good. The story is really good. I like the story more than I like 4, and that's saying a lot.
Okay.
But
speaking of Persona, did you hear what Best Buy did? Apparently.
Oh, what's up?
Apparently, Best Buy leaked Joker's render for Smash.
Oh, you gotta look up. You gotta look this up. Man.
Wait, spoiler. Does it look exactly like Persona 5?
Pretty much.
Okay. I figured it wouldn't be too far off.
Yeah, apparently it's only the render. It's only the character render. There's no trailer, no nothing. But apparently, the Best Buy website, they posted Joker's render the other day.
That's not that bad. Here, I'll post it in general or random. There you go.
Also, speaking of Joker and Smash, apparently, on the trailer promoting the Fighter Pass, right? Because it said Joker, it said approaching in April, but now apparently it's been changed to just say Joker approaching.
Okay.
Well, I kind of figured it was probably going to be like the end of April.
Can I also say that I'm happy that there was no fake Persona stuff for April Fools?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
I didn't
really see much on. I mean, I didn't go looking for much, but apparently I didn't see a lot of like really big April Fools things, which I'm fine with because I don't like April Fools Day very much. I think the biggest thing I saw, like, because Nintendo's turning Kirby into a square. I'm like, okay.
I did kind of find like Zero's new tier list kind of amusing. It was actually pretty funny. He put up a new tier list.
Tier list.
That was fake.
I was gonna say, my thing about tier lists.
I'm just saying, because like it feels like especially annoying with Smash Ultimate because it's like I go to event hubs every couple days and it's just like, oh, this player put out their tier list. This person put out their revised tier list. This person put out a new tier list. I'm like,
I don't, like I said, I find it interesting only in like I want to see what their opinions are and their perspective on the game and stuff like that. I find that interesting, but I will have to say Zero's fake tier list that he did. Like if you really pay attention to it, he had like inklings at like never used or at the very bottom, and it was like the standard inkling that you get from the selection screen, the one with the orange hair.
Yeah, somebody put like, and then somebody put the like, they put the girl inkling, the default girl inkling like high tier, but they put the default boy inkling at like bottom.
Yeah. And that's what he did. Like, oh yeah, he was just like saying, there's like he had a whole bunch of characters off on the side. It was like, well, if you're mid tier, you're not really good or bad, so I'm not even going to put them up there. And it was a whole bunch of other characters off to the side, and the boy inkling was in the group. I was just like, all right, this is definitely fake. I caught that right off the bat.
Yeah, because like I saw another one where like somebody put like, because they did the same thing with the inkling, and then like they put Peach and like never use me in tournament. I'm like, Peach is good.
Yeah.
Like, Peach is like one of the best characters in the game, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, and for Peach and Daisy, it was just like, oh yeah, I put Peach and Daisy in the same here, but actually Daisy's a little bit stronger than Peach, so because Peach is a blonde, so there's an IQ difference there. So he moved on. I was just like, I was cracking up. He had Wolf, Greninja, and Rosalina as like the bottom before never used.
Yeah, like somebody put Rosalina at like meh tier or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Always interesting to see other people's perspective on like.
Yeah, even though their perspective changes like every 2 days.
Yeah.
Because it's like I feel like they do the same thing with like for Pokken, right? Because I'm on Event Hubs and like they show like the daily changes on the tier list, and like today I went to Event Hubs and it was saying that like the Pokken characters were all at 0. I'm like, did the Pokken Tournament DX tier list get reset again? I feel like that tier list gets reset like once a week.
Yeah. There's always going to be people that find out new tech or new setup with characters, so it's always going to pretty much fluctuate.
Yeah.
But at this point, if there's a character you like playing in Smash, don't really listen to other people's tier lists unless
you're a tournament player. That's it.
Yeah, unless you're a tournament player and you are just looking up information about how to play your character better, like from like professionals and whatnot, then yeah, go ahead, take their advice. But
yeah, let's see. So anyway, off the topic of tier list for a second. Let's see what else. I'm looking at this list on GameSpot, like all the games that they showed off at PAX East, and apparently there's a lot more than I thought. They showed off. Hey, Aaron, did you see that trailer that I posted in the Slack for that Cyber Shadow game?
That was very up Aaron's
alley. Yeah, the one that kind of reminded me of the old Ninja Gaiden games.
Which is basically what it is.
It reminded me of Messenger.
Yeah,
it reminded me of.
Because it's basically Messenger made by Yacht Club Games.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks, like I said, it looks like a Ninja Gaiden game, like the old school Ninja Gaiden game / Messenger, but I might look into it.
Yeah, because, it's made by Yacht Club Games. They made Shovel Knight. But apparently this, because Shovel Knight was supposed to be, the reminiscent of, the happy-go-lucky 8-bit platformer games, whatever.
Right.
While this Cyber Shadow game is supposed to be, the more, nitty-gritty, more, like Ninja Gaiden, or, the old Batman games on the NES or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 1 second about Persona and the new, Persona R game. I wonder, is that going to be, a whole new game release? Or is that going to be, added on to anybody that has, you have to pay a fee?
No.
No. It's going to be a new one.
I think this is essentially Golden, so it's a whole new game. Price-wise, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So, wait a minute, you're playing a whole new game from this new girl's perspective?
No.
Or is that just going to be added in, you play, Joker, and then...
I honestly feel like it's just going to be pick your gender type of deal. Are you male or female? And you can play the game either way. That's my take on it.
Well, from the trailer, it already looks like she's familiar with the Phantom Thieves, because I think, somebody's asking her opinion about the Phantom Thieves, so...
Well, remember, no one outside of the team knew that they were the Phantom Thieves. So literally, anyone could just go, "Hey, what's your take on the Phantom Thieves?" And then they don't say anything.
Minor spoiler, though. Minor spoiler. You probably don't care about this aspect, though.
Okay, it depends. I mean, how crucial?
I'm talking about like at Max Social Link. There's a going trend towards like everybody's like not the team. I'm talking about everybody outside of the team. There's a running trend.
Like the doctor, the school teacher who's also a maid at night.
Or should I say Rukia maid/teacher?
I thought she was more a teacher first and then a maid.
Well, you know what I mean.
Okay.
She's voiced by Michelle Ruff, that does the voice of Rukia. Yeah, but
didn't catch on. But yep.
Yeah.
Voice actor fact.
Voice actor fact. So I think like 9 or 10, once you get like the max and stuff like that, it seems like, oh, we kind of knew that you were you were part of the Phantom Things the whole time. I was just like, oh, of course you did, of course.
I mean, I can't tell you that is the worst story like line that I. Every time I have like, oh, I knew this entire time, I just go, fuck you, like the entire time. Every time I got a storyline that's like, I knew you were Batman this whole time. Like, no, you didn't. You're fucking no, you didn't.
Hey, who outside the team have you got like close to max rank with? Do you remember?
Probably no one. I mean, with the Persona games, I typically would do a playthrough straight out. I play it like Mass Effect, where I go through and that's my canonical story. So if I don't get max links, I won't get max links.
Yeah.
And the second playthrough, I go and optimize doing stuff because I know the game now. Because especially with Persona, because it's all over the course of a year.
Yeah.
You have to plan your days out to get max link. So unless I'm like hugging a strategy guide while playing, then it kind of ruins it if I do that way, as opposed to when I played. I think when I played through 4, because at that point I'd already played Golden. I played 4, I think, just to see what was really different. When I played 4, I went straight for the strategy guide because I didn't want to play through that one again.
Right.
Because at that point, I know the story from that one because I played Golden.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
But with a lot of the social links outside the team, it was just like, oh yeah, there's a problem that has to be solved by going through mementos. And it's just like, oh, okay, I know where you. Yeah. I was like, this problem suddenly got solved when I was telling you about it. You must be a Phantom Thief. Oh, okay, of course.
Yeah. I don't know, like I said, anytime a game decides to use that as their, like, I knew this whole time, I go, no you didn't, and just ignore it.
I feel like the guy at the airsoft shop is a character you created, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's right, fake gun guy. Who's like, hey, don't look in this bag. They drop it off at this place. Shady motherfucker, yeah. Well, like I said, I have to go back and play it. There's a lot of things that's on my my stack of games that my pile of shame. And and I purposely put Persona at the bottom of that list because I thought there was gonna be a Switch release. Now I'm regretting because I'm how many months out of playing that game? Where I might need to go back and just start from the beginning.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back and replay it again because I definitely want to see what happens when you pick Futaba as the girlfriend aspect, because I think her story is actually pretty good. Like her and An probably hit me the most.
I mean, I feel like anytime I think about Anne, I just see Rise, and I just don't.
But Rise's story was pretty good. I know it's the whole superficial model thing, but once you actually get deeper into it, it's just like, there's actually character growth here. And
I feel like the two characters I might have been gravitating towards, in terms of if I was going to pick one as a relationship tree, would be first Futaba. Second one is the class president. You know what I'm talking about. The one on the motorcycle.
Oh yeah, Makoto.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of like an amalgamation of Chie and
the Hotel Girl.
Naoto.
Oh, I was gonna say Hotel Girl, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naruto just for like the IQ and the analytical prowess.
Yeah. I mean, those are probably the only two I would lean towards. But that's that's the good thing about those like Persona games.
Yeah.
There's a character, male or female, that you tend to gravitate to.
Yeah, for everybody.
There's an archetype in that cast of characters that you tend to gravitate to. Like, you gravitate to the artist, which I think is a piece of trash, even though... just... I mean, it's just me. And it has nothing to do with the character. It has something to do with the character. And I understand it's Matt Mercer ruling out voice actors, though. Mm-hmm. He's from an art cult.
Yeah.
And he has social awkwardness.
But that's the funny thing about it. That's the funny thing about it. That's what adds character to the group.
No, because it reminds me of the guy who had like the identity crisis where he's like, I'm a bad guy, but I like to sew.
Kanji.
Yes, that might be why I don't like him, because he reminds me of like the issues with Kanji where it's like, I don't know who I am, but.
No, I don't think it's the Kanji thing, because he knew who he was. He just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to end up like, what's his face? Madarame and stuff like that. He didn't want his art polluted by, like, wrong desires and whatnot.
He also talked pretentious, and that is probably what annoyed me.
Yeah, he had a very aristocratic way of talking.
Yeah.
Which kind of got on my nerves a little bit until I maxed out his social link. I was like, okay, he has his place here for social awkwardness.
So that's the other thing too, right? Is I can't speak for the characters because I haven't done their max social links.
Yeah.
I've done quite a bit for the characters I had at the time.
Yeah.
So I don't have an outcome for like how you had Chie, where if you never maxed out the social links, you didn't realize that she was kind of a softie at heart, even though she came off as like rougher on the edges.
Yeah. I will say this though, out of everybody in that group, you meet a couple more characters later, obviously. The one I'm like strictly like swearing off trying to max out, and the character I find it most annoying out of Phantom Thieves is Ryuji. Like every time Ryuji talks, I want to punch a baby in the face, almost.
Who's Ryuji?
He's the first. He's your bro, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
He's your
twin dagger guy. Or not dagger guy, but yes.
Yeah,
the kunai guy.
Yusuke.
Yes.
He's your Yusuke from.
I love him. Really? You don't like him? Is it because of the bat?
Oh, you be talking about Ryuji? It's just Ryuji's too stupid for me.
You don't like his skull mask. That's what it really comes down to.
He reminds me of a mixture between Yusuke and
100%.
Kanji.
That is Yusuke. That is 100% just that same character model in this game with like blonder hair. I think maybe that's the only thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I mean, what was it? There was that.
But they're taking it's too stupid for me. They're taking like this stupid character tropes from Yusuke and taking the stupid character tropes from Kanji and merging it into a worse character.
I don't know.
Every time he hits me up on the cell phone, the text like, "Hey, what are you doing today? Hanging out with somebody else."
Wow, you're an asshole, dude.
Yeah.
I'll take note.
But I understand what you mean. Like Makoto's like too straight laced for me. I was like, It's like, do you have any type of nuance besides the whole?
I mean, like I said, the game has the characters that you.
Yeah, like her
kind of
sister to me is a better character. I wish you could actually like maybe date her sister or something like that. Which
maybe they'll put it in R.
Yeah,
maybe
because Persona Golden had different social trees than the first one. I think what was it? The girl in the car. You couldn't. I think the girl in the car. You couldn't do max social Q.
Oh yeah, Marie, but
yes.
I don't think Marie was in the first game, was she?
I don't think she was. That's what I'm saying. I think she was new to that game.
Yeah, they added her.
So it's a possibility that R might have new characters and new social trees to actually, go through. And who knows? This might be. You know what I really would like, and we're not going to get it because every Persona game is in a different universe. Essentially, is I would like that we get like a Persona All-Stars.
Oh, you
Not-
mean like?
Not Ultimax. No. I'm talking about like a
You're
Persona
talking
game.
about
You're talking about a Persona
Q.
game.
Yes.
You're talking about Persona Q.
Is that like that?
Yeah, because now, like Persona, in the first Persona Q game, the investigation team met up with people from
No.
Persona 3. Yes, they did.
So this game exists and I haven't played it yet.
It's on the 3DS.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
it's
that.
on the 3DS.
It can burn in a hate fire.
Also,
Persona Q2 is coming out.
Also, apparently, like if you play like the rhythm games, they all know each other. Apparently,
No, see, like I said,
That's a spin-off, though.
I want a Persona All-Stars Persona game, though. Like, I want where you meets, you from... I forgot what the main characters' names are. I think it's...
Yeah, Narukami, and this one begins with the R.
But yeah, I would like if I could get characters mixing throughout, Even if it's... I feel like it's a big thing to ask for, though. And also, Q2 is on 3DS, so it can also burn in a fire.
Yeah, that's coming out in like June or something.
Well, give me on 3DS maybe.
Apparently, it says Joker's real name. Let's say the player can choose his real name in the game, but he appears as Akira Kurusu, and the manga and Ren Amemiya, or I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but apparently they had two different names for him. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we might have talking Persona out of existence right now, but
yeah,
I just need a Switch release. If anyone's listening who can pull them strings, just even if it's a slide release, like go to File, Export to Switch.
Yeah,
all I need.
I think Persona Q2 actually it's like all three series meeting up with each other. So like P3, P4, and P5 are going to meet up with each other.
So but I know it's going to look like shit on 3DS.
Yeah, it's all chibi looking and stuff.
Yeah.
The only chibi that I could get behind is that Final Fantasy game. Was it the World of Final Fantasy?
World of Final Fantasy?
Yeah. That one was a nice looking chibi game.
Yeah.
That
I'm kind of mad that they didn't come
out
out with toys or something.
And the Persona Q games, the gameplay reminds me of Etrian Odyssey or whatnot, because you have the enemies here, and then you have your characters and the health bars look kind of like at the bottom, pretty much. So. It wasn't bad. I played and beat the first one. I got it from GameFly. It wasn't that bad.
I heard it was okay. And I'm kind of interested in Q2, but I haven't played any Persona, so I don't know.
It's on 3DS though. Why would you do that to yourself? I feel like I might hate on 3DS more than I need to, for no apparent reason.
Okay, I love the 3DS, but I'm not gonna say, oh, it's the greatest console of all time, because it's not. Yo, the biggest thing that bothers me about it.
Yeah.
Why are there so many iterations of this thing?
That don't really add anything.
Exactly.
Yes. I mean, literally, the 3DS, 3DXL should have been size options from the get-go.
Pretty much.
And then we had the 2DS.
If you want
to think about it, right, they honestly could have done the phone thing with this, where we have the 3D. I guess you can't call it the 3DS and also the 2DS, but we have the 3DS, whatever you want to name it. The Nintendo handheld.
Yep.
It comes in the economic model, 2DS, the 3DS, which is your smaller, and then your XL for the bigger players.
Right.
Right. The C-Stick is a thing that should have already been there.
It's not even.
And then, even if you think about it, right, later games, because the 3DS was underpowered, turned off 3D.
Yep.
And diverted all that other power to processing. It sounds like you haven't had a problem at the get-go.
And then they come out with that new model 3DS, right?
Yep.
The one that there's not even that many exclusive games. I think there's maybe 5.
That's right. That was the one that had like more processing power, right?
Yeah, because you can like Fire Emblem Warriors, Minecraft,
Mhm.
the Xenoblade Chronicles that was on the Wii,
Yep.
stuff like that, right? But I mean, and this is just like a GameStop thing. But like
Yeah.
the thing that bothered me was it's like when that 3DS came out, right?
Oh yeah, didn't they do like a weird power thing where they would sell it to you without a power cord?
Exactly, it didn't come with a charger.
Because they knew that the people who'd upgrade are people who already have 3DSs.
Right. And
There's
it's like
a problem
so
there.
you go to GameStop and like, oh, I want to upgrade, so you have to trade, but you have to trade it in with the charger.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they won't take it. And then you want to buy the new one, and it doesn't come with a charger, so they charge you like another additional like $10-15 to get another charger.
And at that point, you're like, I might as well just buy a new one.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I can talk for days about GameStop and the trade-in thing being
Right.
an entire scam. But
now you can trade into Amazon and do the same thing now. So
you could. But then that also is the same where I'm like, it's slightly scammy. Just the entire process of trading your game in for pennies on the dollar and then them selling it back to you for $5 less than the full price. It just, even if you went and sold it on your own, even if you made half of what they make on the game, it's a better deal than selling it back to them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's my only issue with trades. And the only time I tend to use that trading system is when it's beneficial, like for systems.
Yep.
So I got my Switch practically for free because I traded when I was getting bonus money for it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, if I was to sell it on my own, I'd probably end up getting the same amount of money I was trading it in for. So without the hassle of selling it.
Yeah, I would say without the hassle of selling it. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes out. I don't know.
Oh, and then on top, like, like going back to the 3DS thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They come out with that new model 3DS. And then they come out with another 2DS, but this time it's got the clamshell.
Yep. Yeah, I never added anything, like, to it. I guess that's functionality, technically, is now your screen won't get scratched because that's what happened with the 2DSs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is their plastic screens got scratched.
Yeah, and I'm like... I'm just like, well, why didn't you just come out with this clamshell style 2DS to begin with?
Because I guess if you look at the way people buy things nowadays, if you come out with a new model or anything, you're always going to have people that rush out to go get the new thing because they want to keep up with the current
like
trend of things. Yes.
But
so,
with that said, though, like Samsung, right? They're probably the closest phone example of what the 3DS did, right?
Mm.
But Samsung's is like open recycling, essentially. Like they'll come out with the S8, right? And then by the time we come around to the S10, they instead of them releasing a cheaper S8, they released the Samsung Galaxy A17B, which is just an S8 reskinned and made for cheaper.
mm-hmm.
So it's like that's the closest like we have to a cell phone maker doing it, where everyone else would just go, here's exactly that phone, just we knocked off $300 because by this time it costs us $300 less to make. We have all the fabs made, it comes to one of those kind of things. But for Nintendo to literally just go, we're gonna bleed this market dry with the people who have 3DSs, like Aaron said. Yes, there's a people out there who are like, oh, I want the new Zelda colored 3DS or stuff like that.
Yeah,
they're gonna go get it if they want it.
There's always the collectors out there, but it's kind of the same thing with the PlayStation almost. Well, no, I think Xbox
right.
actually does it worse than PlayStation.
No.
Well, PlayStation 4 came out. PlayStation the E, or what they call it, the
Slim.
No, not the Slim. There was a PS4. There was the cheaper model that didn't have the touch sensitive buttons in the front.
Yep.
It had a physical button.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came out with the Slim, which was technically the redesign during the Pro.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then it was like the 1 terabyte one, right?
Yeah. Also there was the Anniversary Edition.
Yep, the gray one.
Yep.
And don't forget I got
the Destiny 2
controller
edition.
for it.
There was I think an Uncharted one.
Yep. And then the dark blue one with the bronze, logo on the button.
Oh, I didn't even know about that one.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Xbox also did it too, like the exclusives. I guess if you want to count, we can count out special editions because there's always going to be a bundle that will have like a special look to this PlayStation. There was one for the 3, I think that was for Metal Gear. Did we get one for Metal Gear for PS4?
I don't think so.
No, I know that there was definitely one for Destiny because that was the white PS4.
Yep, that's the one that I have in my room right now.
And then I think Xbox had one for Gears.
Yeah, there's the dark blue PS4 Pro dark blue edition.
Xbox One had one for Minecraft.
That's right, the slim one, right? The slim had a special year of play edition.
Yeah, it was this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now that makes sense because that's the one I got for my nephew.
Yep, they had like the bronze PS4 logo.
I mean,
or details on it. Yep.
With that though, like, I can see it as if there's a market for people who don't have one, because people do buy systems later on in the life cycle.
Yeah,
they don't want to. Yeah, they don't want to put down the 400.
It looks a little bit different too.
Right, and by then, hopefully, like a lot of the bugs are ironed out and stuff. Because
I mean, hear me out. Like, I have a launch PS4, and it sounds like a wind tunnel turning on. Just everything that probably could go wrong with it now is going wrong with it. But if I'd waited, say if I waited till that version B came out, the one without the touch-sensitive buttons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bug that's been on my PS4 since the life of my PS4. Because of the touch-sensitive buttons and the standoffs that they have, I guess they have conductive standoffs. So it ends up occasionally triggering my eject button, even if I'm in, like, say, the middle of a game. It's just a bug that can happen. I have to put some kind of non-conductive material underneath those like razors, those like plastic nubs at the bottom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to put something underneath those in order to not trigger the accidental eject button. It's happened to me in the middle of games. Luckily, everything pretty much auto-saves now, so...
Oh, can you imagine, playing Persona 5 and being
Yes, Aaron.
in the middle
I can't imagine.
In the middle of, an intense, annoying as hell boss battle, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, crashed on you.
Thanks, Aaron. Yes, that has happened. That has indeed happened. You know what also kind of sucks is when, because of the way I played Persona, a lot of times I just suspended the game. And if I had a brownout where I lose power for half a second, and I come back and I'm like, oh great, my PS4 is in recovery right now. Which means I lost everything up to that point.
Yeah.
Speaking of autosaves, right? Did you guys ever see that tweet? I forget who it was. I think it was some rapper or something. And I guess he was playing the Pokemon Let's Go game, right? And he played that game from start to finish. And then he just shut it off. And then he booted it back up. And obviously because he thought Pokemon autosaved.
Oh, I mean, here's the thing, right? It should. There should be a level of autosave. Aaron, you've played enough JRPGs, right? Where the game will sometimes have an autosave, which saves as a separate file from your main save.
Yeah.
So, just in case that situation arises where you're like, oh, I'm fucked. And
yeah, Persona 5 has that.
You know what did have it? I think God of War. War had it.
Hey, there's a safe room over there. Let me go save before I come up to, I run into a shadow that has, holy or,
Does Kingdom Hearts have it?
Mudo.
I can't remember. Kingdom Hearts, does that have autosave? I don't think so.
I
think it does?
No.
It doesn't?
No, it does not. No,
it doesn't.
No,
you're right. It doesn't. You're right.
I'm pretty sure you have to, get the checkpoints.
Yeah.
Or you don't get them.
I know.
Which, is one of the annoying things. Although I think it gives you an option to not start from the save, but start from, the beginning of wherever you're doing. No? When you die? I thought it gave you an option to either load from a save or load from, the beginning of this boss fight. I might be confusing with other games, but
No,
I'm pretty sure that
you can load from a boss fight.
okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, you can load from a boss fight. But Persona 5 is just like, oh, hey, when there's a stretch in between the save point, like safe rooms, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, hey, I'm almost to the next safe room.
Can I tell you that I
run
gambled?
Into an enemy? Yeah.
I gambled on 3, like what was it? I think an entire dungeon run.
Mm-hmm.
I gambled on it, where I was just playing it through, because I was doing that whole, I'm just put it in power save mode, and then come back to it exactly where I left off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there is a palace where you can run into enemies that just spam you nothing but with, like, instant death magic. I'm just like,
I believe it. I believe it, and that's why they tell you to save often. Yeah. Aaron, we should know from how many JRPGs we played that anytime you see one in eyesight, it means that you should save.
It's like, it's like you save, and then you like forget that you save, and then so you save again.
Listen, I remember playing through Final Fantasy X, and me having like shuffling between 3 or 4 saves while playing the game, because I'm like, all right, I have the current point that I am in the story, the last city that I was in, and like a boss fight. And this way, in case something got messed up in between, I can revert back to any stage of that, and be fine.
And it's not specifically just like not saving. It's just when you get to some of the palaces, and it's probably like my most hated one is probably the one after the pyramid. Not going to spoil it for you, but it's just like, oh, here's a floor that's nothing but a gigantic puzzle of running back and forth between switches, and there's enemies that do or a certain type of enemy that does instant death on you. Great, thank you. And it seemed like I was running into the enemy always at the last stretch before I got to like the next floor, the next area.
So I just looked at that. Sorry, not to derail you. I just looked at that dark blue PS4 event, and that's a nice looking console.
Yeah,
that is. I kind of wish I had that.
Yep.
Not gonna lie, and that's a Pro.
Yeah, that's the controller I have, but I wish I had that one.
Well, on that note, I know, I'm sure you could keep going on and on. I gotta play Persona one of these days, so I know what the hell you guys are talking about.
It's on sale, isn't it?
Yeah, because
I'll
probably just get it on PS4, because Billy's gonna give me his old PS4 because he just got a Pro. So I'll probably get that.
Well, yeah, if you get the PS4, I wouldn't mind picking you up a copy, Al. It's probably cheap, and I get paid Friday, so.
Yeah, I gotta get Persona 5. I just found out Dragon's Crown Pro got reduced to like $30.
It is not on sale. I take that back. It is $50.
Okay, it goes on sale pretty regularly, though, I think.
But the only thing I would say is that if Persona 5 R is going to be like Game of the Year, where they have all the DLC included with it, is wait for that then.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I know you can keep talking about Persona all day.
Yeah, if you like good story and good character development and funny, antics and stuff like that, I would definitely pick it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it eventually.
It has pathos to it.
On that note, I'm gonna start wrapping this up because you guys said you gotta go, and I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, be sure to check us out on the social media. Jesus, stupid voicemail. We're on Twitter. Follow us on Twitch because I've been streaming, and Nate streamed the other day.
I was testing that out.
Doing some testing. I saw that.
Yep.
Because I've been streaming Sonic Adventure. That's been the thing. And
I saw that.
I'm coming up to that Big the Cat story.
So you're telling me to DDoS it then? I mean, you at least get views for it though.
Yeah. But yeah, follow us on the Twitters, Twitch, YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all that stuff. We still got the stupid dumb wrestling going on, and this podcast, among other random crap. Check us out. We got a TeePublic store, teepublic.com/user/waterpluslaser, #buy my shirts.
Yeah.
Got 2 designs up there. Got the College Cheese Podcast T-shirt or whatever. Because you could get a tank top, or long sleeve, or a tote bag, or a phone case.
Yep.
Variety. Variety is the spice of life. Follow us on Anchor. Anchor.fm/College Cheese. And we're on iTunes and Google Play and Spotify.
That's pretty much everywhere podcasts are downloaded.
Anywhere else you can find a halfway decent podcast, we'll be there lurking in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, until next week, I'm Al.
I'm Nate.
I'm Aaron.
And we'll see you next week with episode 108. So, bye.
Later.
See ya.